Hello and welcome to Shiny Hunting Guide, your personal guide on how to find any shiny Pokemon that is currently available. For today's video, we are going to cover the legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo, and what are the best ways to get it in its shiny form. These are the games that you can catch or trade to. Mewtwo tends to be a static spawn, so the most common method to hunt it would be to soft reset, but I will cover where you can find it and in what games. I will also go over any notable events or other methods that you can shiny hunt. In Generation 1 to get shiny Pokemon, you must transfer it to a newer generation to get the shiny, but it's still possible to hunt it in these games. In this generation there is stats called DVs. These are stats that when you transfer the Pokemon, determine if it will be shiny. When you are hunting Mewtwo, these are the specific stats you are looking for. You can find Mewtwo in Cerulean Cave at level 70 after you have completed the game. If you still have your Master Ball, I recommend using it here. This will save a lot of time when checking its stats. In Generation 2, there is no way to get Mewtwo without transferring from the previous generation. If you do trade, it would be the same DVs as before to be shiny. If you use the time capsule feature from the original games, the Mewtwo will be carrying a bright powder. Generation 3, you can again get Mewtwo at Cerulean Cave in the FireRed and LeafGreen games. This time it is after defeating the Elite Four and completing the Sevi Island story and obtaining the National Dex. If you decide to go for it in this gen, it has a 1 in 8192 chance of appearing, so you need to be patient or lucky if you do go for it. If you still have your Master Ball again, I recommend using it here, but if you want to capture in another ball, then make sure you are prepared, as it is again at level 70. It does no recover, so having a Pokemon that can cause it to sleep would help a lot. In Generation 4, it might feel like deja vu if you have listened to the previous generations, but yet again you can find Mewtwo in Cerulean Cave, in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games once you have got all the 16 badges. It's a bit easier this time as it doesn't have recover, but it still has a low catch rate, so be prepared for a long battle. In Generation 5, you aren't able to find Mewtwo, so can't shiny hunt for it, but there were some events where you could have obtained it. On the 1-year anniversary of Black and White, you could obtain a Mewtwo via Wi-Fi distribution depending on your region's release date. This Mewtwo had the unique move Electo Ball and was carrying a King's Rock. In the Black 2 and White 2 games, for the Extreme Speed Genesect, Mewtwo Awakens movie, you could get a Mewtwo for pre-ordering a ticket, but this was only exclusive to Japan. This Mewtwo had the unique moves, Heal Pulse and Hurricane. For both events, there hasn't been any other way to get Mewtwo with these moves, so they both are quite rare. In Generation 6, you can catch Mewtwo in the X and Y games once you have completed the Elite Four. You can find it in Unknown Dungeon, in Pokemon Village next to Route 20. It is at level 70, so it can be difficult, but you should be fine if you prepare enough. If you have the shiny charm, you can lower the odds. In this generation you can Mega Evolve depending on the game you have. Both Mega forms are powerful with a base stat total of 780, and their shiny form doesn't change much from the original, but they both still look good. There were a few events where they distributed shiny Mewtwo. They were all level 100 and carried Mewtwo Night Y. In Europe and America, it was carrying the event ribbon, while all the others had the classic ribbon. They would be a bit rare today, so congrats if you still have yours from then. In the Generation 7 games, you can get Mewtwo in the Let's Go games after you have completed the Elite Four, in his favorite place, Cerulean Cave. It's level 70 and can be challenging, but at this stage in the game you should have enough resources to be able to catch it. You can't find it in the Sun and Moon games, but you can, in the Ultra Sun and Moon games, in the Ultra Wormholes, in the Post game. You can find it in the green wormholes, but you are more likely to find it in the Type 3 or 4 wormholes. You can tell you have found the right one because you will see its silhouette as you approach. You can save just before it and soft reset like in previous methods. With the shiny charm you can lower the odds to get it quicker. In the Generation 8 games, you can find Mewtwo in the Sword and Shield games, using the Dynamax Adventure method, in the Crown Tundra DLC. It is up to RNG if you can find the den, but you can keep playing random raids until it appears or get lucky and Peonia will recommend it to you. When you do find it, you can keep it until it does shine. It has a 1 in 300 chance, but with the shiny charm, that becomes a 1 in 100 chance. It can be a challenge getting to Mewtwo and defeating it, but when you do, you can choose any ball you want, and it will catch it straight away. In the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games, you can find Mewtwo in Romulus Park once you have made it to the post-game and unlock the National Dex. It is unlocked when you get the Genome Slate item by trading mysterious shards that are found by digging in the Grand Underground. You will need to catch or defeat all the Regis, Legendary Bird Trio, Legendary Dog Trio and the Eon Duo, but when you have you can trade for the Genome Slate. It can take a bit of time getting to this stage, but when it's set up, it's another easy soft reset, although, you are stuck at full 1 in 40/96 odds so can take some time to get it shiny. In the Generation 9 games, there is no current way to get Shiny Mewtwo, but recently there is an event when you can get regular Mewtwo with the mightiest mark in raid dens. This runs from the 1st of September, 23 until the 17th of September, 23 so, as of uploading, it is still available. It is an incredibly difficult challenge, but if you use the Mew that was given out as an event or one you have previously, with the right move set and strategy, you can defeat it. If you can defeat it, then you can catch it in any ball of your choice. My recommendation, if you still have it, is to use your Beast Ball as it is 100% catch rate and is a worthy use for it. In the Pokemon Go games, you can usually get Mewtwo from one of two methods, but they are both time or event specific, so aren't always available. The first method is using a Super Rocket Radar, usually got from timed research tasks when there is a Team Rocket takeover event. You can't get a shiny version in this method, but it is still worth catching as it can be very good for raids or PvP. The other method is to wait until they feature it in raid dens where it has a 1 in 20 chance of being shiny. There were also a few rarer Mewtwo's available for a limited time, being Armored Mewtwo, and Shadow Mewtwo from raids that had a chance to be shiny. There is no announcement as to when or if they will return, so let's hope it will if you don't have one. In terms of recommendations, I would say the best methods to hunt Mewtwo would be in the Ultra Sun or Moon games using the Wormhole method, or in the Dynamax Adventures in the Sword and Shield games. Both methods do require a bit of skill or strategy to do, but they aren't too difficult to hunt and are generally a bit more engaging than the other soft reset hunts. You might also get lucky and find another shiny while trying to find or complete them, so that can be a good bonus. If you don't mind spending a bit of money on raid passes and there is an event going, then Pokemon Go is a good option, as the 1 in 20 chance you can get it quickly, but with the 5 daily remote raid limit, it might not be as worth it as before. If you prefer a longer hunt, then either Gen 3 or Gen 4 would be the one to go for, but my personal recommendation is to go with Gen 4 because the sprite in this gen looks amazing. At the end of the day, go for the one you think you'll enjoy the most, and I hope you may be lucky in your hunts. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I apologize about the delay for this one. I work full-time and I have been busy the past few weeks with a few things. I will do my best to get out these videos a bit more regular, maybe about 1 to 2 weeks. Until if or when this channel becomes successful, there may be a few delays between videos. I don't have another guide idea just yet, but I will make a new video soon, so keep posted for that. If you got any ideas for a Pokemon guide that you want to see, please leave a comment and I will prioritize getting one out for them. If you have enjoyed the videos and want to keep up to date with the latest guides, please like and subscribe to be the first ones to see it. I also plan on live streaming the Teal Mask DLC for Scarlet and Violet this Wednesday and possibly Thursday too. I should have a microphone and my streaming setup ready for then. So if you want to find out more about me or just want to see the game when it's first out, then feel free to check it out. I promise it will be a good one. Thanks for all the support and I wish you much luck. Happy hunting!